The members stepped onto the ground in an elegant fashion. Graceful was the only thing that came to mind. The rest of the body soon joined the limbs. I suspected she was a woman, going by mythology, but this being put mortal women to shame. She was impossible to describe. That was saying something, since I had Alyssa and Siva behind me, both who could have toppled kingdoms with their beauty. Golden scales brought to mind a dragon or a demon. My suspicions were only increased by her 2 golden horns on her head, similar to a buffalo's. Golden white hair cascaded down her back. 4 leather wings with exposed bone were the last thing that came to attention. She stood in front of the gateway for a minute before opening her eyes. Pools of gold threatened to suck me in. There was no iris or pupil, just gold. I sucked in her breath. She gave off an even stronger sense of strength than the 2 women behind me. Though she was a mythic summon, I shouldn't have been surprised. I walked up to her. She possessed a commanding presence. It was almost impossible to tear my eyes from her. She had to be a meter, maybe more, taller than me. Her golden pools turned toward me as she narrowed her eyes. "Welcome to my humble abode, Lady Nike. I am Aurum." Nike seemed to peer into my soul before she replied. "This world, I see. You have much courage to summon me, human." I crossed my arms. I was used to my summons having more than a little piece to say to me. Thus, I wasn't worried about her comment. "Courage or not, the gods that are calling the shots gave me the ability to summon you. I would be a fool not to use every scrap of power available to me, would I not?" I'd barely blinked before I found the tip of a spear pressed against my neck. It was the fact that she had moved faster than I could track that saved me from reacting. Rather than fear, I projected my usual confidence. This wasn't enough to frighten me. Not anymore. She raised an eyebrow. "Interesting." There was a whoosh as she pulled her weapon back. "You do not fear me?" Tapping my chin, I shrugged. "Why should I fear you?" I asked with a chuckle. "You're going to either join my forces or try to kill me. I'm sorry, but the list I have of people who want to kill me has gained quite a few names recently. If you counted all the other champions in the game, then there were over 100 people who would like to see my head mounted on a pike, not to mention the gods that had recently betted against me." Nike released her spear, which faded into particles of light. "True. The cost of my service has been paid in full, and then some. You must have sacrificed many souls to give so much blood." I laughed a bit louder than I meant to. It must not have been often that a person like me had the ability to heal quite so strongly, since Alyssa had made almost the same comment. I reached out and took Nike's hand, bringing it to my lips to kiss. There was nothing wrong with being a gentleman to a woman I was about to send to the battlefield. "Sorry to disappoint you, but it is all my blood. No lives were spent." For the first time since she arrived, I finally got a look of real surprise. "If that is the truth, then it is only a matter of time before this world becomes yours." She pulled her hand free before kneeling in front of me. That only managed to bring her just below my eye level. "I pledge my services to you, my Lord Aurum." "Thank you, Nike." I sat on the crystal chair in the core room. The command center was built, but I personally liked the core room more for the time being. If I added more people to my roster, then I planned to start using the core room to keep my secrets under wraps. The command center would do well to tighten my grip on such matters. Nike stood behind me like a royal guard, though she had shrunk herself to a more human size. Siva seemed to take it as a personal challenge and stood on my other side. At least Alyssa remained unmoved and acted like her normal self. I was currently playing catch-up, having rotted away for the last few days while I waited for word on Rye's safety.